Wouldn't it just be grand if we had a movie where ninjas and samurais chase the Highlander around Tokyo, but nobody knows how or why the fuck any of this is happening? Well, that's what this is, and it's pretty fucking good. The film starts, and Chris Lambert is having a celebration drink at this hotel bar after selling a couple thousand cans of ground beef to Japanese Walmart. And this sexy lady in red catches his eye. But instead of just saying hello, he just sort of stares directly at her like the muscles in his face don't work. But it turns out she's into robot men with paralysed faces, so what do I know? And he buys her a glass of the finest tap water money can buy. And he's like, did you know that in most countries, unfiltered tap water is just recycled piss? And that particular pickup line is, well, it can't fail. And then they have a good laugh about intercourse, I suppose. Which I guess is pretty funny when you think about it. I mean, you're just jamming a piece of yourself into some fucking random bozo because you're bored. But these ninjas are trained in the ancient art of blocking cocks. And they wait for Lambert to nip out for a ciggy. And the woman in red is like, do it slow. So the ninja is like, I don't think you understand why I'm here. Anyway, one of them throws something at Lambert, and then these doctor soldiers take him away. And these cops try to tell Japanese Columbo that someone's had a blood murder orgy inside, but he just doesn't give a fuck. The next day, we're at this kendo school, and this wanker really wants to win, so he just starts grabbing people's swords. And this doctor is like, yeah, we had an American brought in last night, and he was attacked with this. The working theory is the suspect is a teenager with access to his dad's Amazon account. But, yeah, we know you like swords and books and all that bullshit, so, you know, what do you think? Oh, it were definitely ninjas. Oh, that's insane. You sound like an insane person. And he wakes up, and the doctor's like, look, I don't want to alarm you, but a guild of ninja assassins are after you, and they will not stop until you're dead. But you know, don't worry, I brought my mate Jeff, he works at a leisure centre. Oh, okay. Well, here's an idea. Why don't we get some, I don't know, police officers to protect me instead? And this lady's like, look, if you change your mind about having Jeff as your bodyguard, here's our number. But, you know, it is 1993, so there's only one telephone in this building. So, you know, if anything happens, just run downstairs, use that telephone to call us, and then we'll come downstairs from the building that we're in to use their only telephone, and in about, 20-25 minutes, we can have a conversation. Meanwhile, at this ninja compound... Right, where's Wingus and Dingus? Who's Wingus and Dingus? You two useless pricks are Wingus and Dingus, because you left Lambert alive, didn't you? I mean, that's not really fair. We slit his throat, stabbed him a bunch of times, and then poisoned him. Like, when have we ever just sat around after doing that to a guy to make sure that they're definitely dead? And I really should learn this guy's name, because he seems to be in every fucking video I make. Anyway, while that's transpiring, Lambert is watching Japanese A-Team, but it's not the one with Hulk Hogan in it, so he's not interested. And then he's like, right, I'm all better, I'm leaving now. But Japan Columbo is like, the healthcare isn't free here, Lambert, you can't leave. Counter-argument, I have no money. Oh, well, I guess it is free then. Look, no one's gonna kill you here. We got miserable, overworked civil servants to protect you. You'll be fine. But little did he know, these ninjas have snuck into the hospital disguised as janitors. But the disguises are too good, because how's he gonna know ninjas are after him if they don't wear the outfits? So yeah, they get changed. Meanwhile, across the street, there's a stakeout and they're watching Lambert's room. Fucking hell, did you hear those gunshots? All I heard was ninjas not existing. So they come for him, but Lambert uses the fact that ninjas don't believe in doors to his advantage. And then he hides from this guy on the staircase that the guy just walked up himself, and yeah, the boys are stumped. So Lambert goes on the run, and he calls this lady to find out where to go, and just because a few ninjas stabbed him a few times and cut his throat, he thinks that gives him the right to assume everyone's a ninja. So he shoots these pinball slot machines to escape. And the cab driver is slightly annoyed by this bleeding pistol-wielding man who's just piled into the back of his taxi, screaming in a foreign language. So he makes it to the train station where this PE teacher is going to protect him from all the murderers. And she's like, oh, he's bleeding to death, and this guy, he just don't give a fuck. But the ninjas have found more disguises that they're just going to take off again as soon as they get within a couple of rooms of Lambert. And apparently fucking everyone in Japan plays golf that day, and it would be racist as fuck to ask any of these guys if they had a samurai sword in there. So yeah, Lambert's pretty fucked. Anyway, they hijack the train and change into these beige ninja suits because I guess that makes you harder to see on public transport. Meanwhile, Lambert is pretty fed up with all this, but this PE teacher's having a blast. Anyway, they have a fight along this train and it's pretty fucking fantastic. Then this lady peels her own face off. Yeah, anyway, this woman is literally about to die and then this guy's like... "Oh, God!" Yeah, how dare you, Lambert? Don't you know the rules? You're only allowed to hack the guts out. And later, this detective is like, so just so I've got all the facts, you, a literal samurai, thwarted a ninja attack on this train that left 30 people dead. Correct. Well, I've got everything I need. Case closed. But I need your sword because it's evidence. So to troll the guy, he breaks it in two like a frozen wamba. Then he gives it to him. Afterwards, they take Lambert to this island where he'll be safe because, you know, the ninjas definitely won't have any sea captain disguises. And it was at this point in the film I realised it's actually just about two different psychopaths with two different murder cults, but one likes Lambert and one don't. So this guy needs a new sword, so he's like, look, I need a new sword. I'll wambard the last one. But he don't make it for him. He just gets plastered with Lambert instead. And he's so smashed he tells him to hold his sword upside down. And he's like, are you sure about this? Absolutely. You want the handle pointing at him and the sharp end pointing at you. Meanwhile, the ninja leader takes on some greasers. Then he kills this businessman. Anyway, they start training Lambert and he's like, yeah, I'll kill some time.
Time does not die, only people.
I wish people said shit like that in real life. So it fucking turns out this guy just really wanted a sword fight with this guy. And instead of just doing that in a fucking park somewhere, he engineered this entire farce using Lambert as bait. So yeah, he just tells him where the island is. So he's like, make sure you come alone. Don't be bringing none of those ninjas with you. Okay, but who'd have thunk it? The ninjas were hiding from everybody. So yeah, they turn their trap into another trap and everybody just starts chopping each other up. But Lambert's not really feeling it. But then he remembers he left 11 quid in assorted coins on the bedside table and he'd be a fool to abandon such wealth. Anyway, the ninja guy kills the samurai dude, but he misses his scabbard when he tries to put his sword back. So yeah, Lambert tags in and he drops his shed on him, then wham-bars his sword. But he's still alive, so Lambert brains him with a polystyrene rock a few times and then cuts his head off. So yeah, we're probably like 60% sure he's dead now. Then he steals the dead samurai guy's wife because fuck it, he might as well have something to show for this clusterfuck of a holiday. Hey, if you want me to make more of this pointless bullshit, then like and subscribe, comment below.